Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. 10 games back from the top spot. They're still jockeying for position.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4, Kyrie Irving is out there with Smith, and it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
And Irving, super skilled, one of the league's best shooters, and you make a strong case for being the league's most elusive ball handler as well. Seems to get by his man pretty much at will.
And Irving super quick with the ball in his hands. And when he gets to the basket, a master using spin and English to convert.
And Kevin, you know, the story is that growing up, the hoop in his yard had a big part of the backboard broken off on the right side, so he had to learn that spin and English in order to bank it in.
I like that story.
Necessity is the mother of creation.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around. The championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
Now, here's Lillard. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. And a follow, wide open, he shoots. Can't get the putback. And so it's Cleveland with it. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
And for LeBron, Clark, you think from a competitive standpoint, it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts, but I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other consideration for him and his family. Good! There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Cleveland with the ball. Pass to Mozgov. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going,
Get it! Oh, what's up now?
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Here's Mozgov, and the layup's good off the glass. Mozgov's got his second bucket tonight.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Lillard attacking. Pass to a flower. Kicks it out to Lillard. And that one's good.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
1:14 left here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Love. Soft touch off the glass.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Wright comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. G's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Moscow. Mon Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And it's Smith missing.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
And Batum kicks to Leonard. Here's G. Nick. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4, Amon Shumpert is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Shumpert in the corner. Back to LeBron. Lets the 3 fly. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Now, Portland, Oregon is a very different kind of NBA town. The popular motto around here is keep Portland weird. So the sort of counterculture that the fans and the citizens of Portland embrace. But it's a one-team town, and the fans have always shown incredible support for their beloved Blazers.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Lopez comes in for Darrell Wright. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake. Irving from long range. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Lillard. And Portland, one of the smaller markets. They've got the weather situation. A little bit rainy up there. Not a top free agent destination, but great history.
Yeah, and for some players, it can really connect and click for them. You know, Damian Lillard said that Portland just fits him. It feels like home. And Robin Lopez said, hey, I'm a little bit weird myself. So for players with a bit of renegade or a different approach in their DNA, they fit right in there.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on.
Unbelievable. Oh, you do that.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This time they met in Cleveland.
And they drew so many fouls in that game, guys. That was one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Yeah, guys, to me, that was just a case of lack of discipline on the other side. I can't say any more than that on it.
McCollum, no good.
The alley-oop is such a fun play to watch, but when it doesn't convert, it's probably the wrong choice.
I guess that makes that one a terrible choice.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Thompson.
See the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Shoots it. Lillard misses.
Damian Lillard off to a great start to his NBA career. Year 1, he was the 4th ever unanimous Rookie of the Year. And then year 2, his first All-Star appearance.
McCollum, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Damian Lillard last season, the first player in NBA history to compete in all 5 major All-Star events.
Well, let's count them off right now, partner. He did the Rising Stars Challenge, the skills event, 3-point shootout, the dunk contest, and he played in the big game on Sunday.
It's a busy weekend.
That's a full weekend, and the young fellow handled himself well in all 5 of them.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Excellent defense there from Smith.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That one goes. Count it.
Looks like he maybe may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Portland leading by 5. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Oh,
Look out!
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
He dishes it to Lopez. Stolen by Thompson. 3-on-3. Here's Smith. Afflalo pulls it in.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot is off.
Nothing fancy about that.
And so that brings LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, he had a sensational first half, which was made, I think, even more significant given the amount of extra defensive help that was paid to him.
Yeah, but for him, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less. And I'll bet he continues to do the same kind of damage through the final 2 quarters.
Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Damian Lillard out there with a flow. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian Lillard is the latest in a line of great Oakland point guards. That includes Gary Payton and Jason Kidd. Payton says he plays like the rest of us did, with that little swagger and that complete calm. He doesn't get rattled. That quality comes from Oakland, from getting challenged. High praise from one of the best ever guys.
And for the glove to say you play with confidence and swagger. Well, he knows all about that. Thanks, Doris. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 8. Nicholas Batum, the 25th pick back in 2008. He's played his entire career, Steve, with this Blazer team.
Yeah, and a coveted player league-wide, Kevin, because he plays both ends. Excellent defender. He's got that length, good three-point shooter. And remember, the Timberwolves tried to sign him as a restricted free agent a couple of years ago, but the Blazers matched that 4-year, $46 million offer.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Aldridge left side. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Aldridge has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. Second, the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they've been on a defensive tear lately, allowing so few points, and I think it's the energy with which they play.
The drive by James, and he gets the bucket. James has got 10.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
And the basket by Lillard.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Outside Irving. Irving double team.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Right side, Batum. Here's Lopez, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Jarrell Wright's checked in for Portland. Blake comes in for Lillard. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Mon Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
He sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Irving kicks to Dellavedova. Will it go? Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Trailblazers leading by 13. Ball's knocked loose. Shumpert with the steal. Here's Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Irving's got 5 now.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
Well, and the steal made it possible. It all starts with the defense, and they could use a few more sequences like that one. Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
That drops.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Again, Irving missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
A shot by Batum, no good. Shumpert with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dellavedova cans it from downtown. And here is Blake.
Defensive foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
That's his first personal foul.
The first free throw is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
For Portland, Steve Blake.
Blake hits them both. Here's Dellavedova. Irving for 3. Off target. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. J.R. Smith out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. Stolen by Thompson. Into Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
LeBron passes to Dellavedova. Here's Mozgov. The feed to Thompson. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
20 seconds on the shot clock.
Out to Smith. Here's Dellavedova. Smith on the wing. Batum with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Lillard. And it's good. Walk through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aflalo's checked in. Robin Lopez is checked in for Myers Leonard. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Lillard attacking, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Detroit. Offensive rebound. There's the dish to Dellavedova. The drive by James. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shots.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He has 12 points and several assists.
Well, he's dominated this game. Not only has he gotten to the free throw line with his aggressiveness, but he's gotten open shots for his teammates as well.
Well, those are the 2 most fundamental areas of the game, guys.
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Here's a Flalo. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Irving, good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Here's a Flalo. The second chance effort. The shot misses. Smith with the defensive effort. The drive by James. And on the way from Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's a Flalo. Here's Aldridge. And the pass to Lopez. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. .59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Smith for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
Now they've got to focus, make sure this is a good, solid possession. They can take control of this game.
Here's LeBron. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
And stolen by James. Yes!
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Lillard attacking. Here's Irving to take the lead. Yes!
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see them pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
20 seconds on the shot.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now, down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
LeBron, tell us about this team's approach defensively and how you felt the team played in that aspect.
It's a tough team to guard off the bounce. They're so athletic, they're so quick, but it's a good job by all of us defensively, and it's always good to get a win on the road.
It takes all 5 guys to guard. Thank you, LeBron. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.